What's up, Culture Drop? This video is about something that all of us can use a little bit more in our lives, which is to lighten up. And what I'm going to share with you is a few things that I think are useful for me. Maybe some of these things are all useless to you. Maybe some of them will resonate with you and you can use them. But I really, truly think in order for your well-being and like your experience for here as a human, like you have to find a way to be able to lighten up, not carry every single thing, and like have some perspective around like what takes all of your energy and what bogs you down. Also, side note that I have to say, because the internet, do I mean take nothing seriously? Treat nothing like it's important? No, obviously not. So that's out of the way. I'm gonna share 4 things, starting with the very first thing that's helpful for me. The book 4 Agreements. The 4 Agreements is a really, really useful book. I'm actually planning on doing a series of videos around the 4 agreements that exist, but that book changed my life when I read it. It's about being impeccable with your word, not taking things personally, which that single chapter alone, I think, would change most people's lives and their perspectives about like the things that they carry and get fired up about that have nothing to do with them. So 4 Agreements, highly recommend you reading that book. Number 2, let it alone. This is hard to do, but when you are consumed by something, you're carrying something, you're angry about something, you're whatever, resentful towards whatever kind of thing, like the ability for you to just like, let it be, let it alone, let it lie, let it go. I'm a very visual person. And so for me, the visual that I use that I help is like, I'm carrying this heavy thing that is consuming all of my energy and focus right now to be like, just put it down. I know this is hard to do. I know it takes a lot of practice, but your ability to let something be, to create peace, to cast it off on a boat in your mind and like, just be like, I don't need to focus on this. I don't need to carry this with me anymore. I can just put this heavy thing down and leave it behind me and just go. Number 3, this one helps me a lot, to assume the extreme best. What does that look like? I'll give you an example. Someone cuts me off in traffic. Me, instead of raging against the machine because this person's the stupidest person in the world and how dare they inconvenience me while I'm driving, I literally do this. In my mind, I just make an assumption about the scenario that like that person just found out that they have cancer or something horrible and they're not focused and they're not like that. Like I create a narrative in my brain that assumes the extreme best of what would I give grace to this person in this situation if I knew the context about that, and just choose to make that true for myself. When something upsets me about what someone else did or whatever, I just make an assumption that is whatever it would take to soften my heart and make me calm down and chill and extend some grace and not be so upset about that thing. Finding times and places in your life when something would bother you to just assume the extreme best, whatever scenario would soften your heart in that moment towards that person, and choose to create those narratives in your brain. When you start practicing that in your life, it creates a lot more peace for you. And the last one, number 4, you are going to die. You're gonna die. You only get a certain amount of time here as a human being, and the world is messy. It is beautiful and full of amazing, wonderful things, and it's also a mess. People's egos and just there's so much mess here, and the beauty and the mess of the world is something that like truly is a gift to get to experience. You're not gonna be here forever. You only get this time as a human being to continue to like work on yourself, be better, like to fall in love with and be grateful for all of the beauty and the mess of this world and just be here. I think is also some perspective for me that helps me to be like, I don't get to be here forever. And even these things, these struggles and challenges that I feel in my life are something that will make me grow, and I can choose to become stronger or more wise or better or like damaged in some way that will like help me in the future. But I just choose to have a perspective, and even the parts that suck, to embrace that and just like be here and be human and do your best. So cool. Those are some thoughts, some feelings. Lighten up if you can. I know the world is tough, but go be awesome. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, or you can sign up for the Culture Drop mailing list and get these emails and videos